The Washington Department of Health says that trend is going to continue with an expected surge on the way from Thanksgiving. Mayor Kawash has been following some of that data. And Mayor, what are health officials most concerned about?
Yeah, Aaron, it's those deaths and hospitalizations, both of which are rising at alarming rates. So this really puts it into perspective right here. Back in August, during the state's last COVID surge, you can see there were about 500 people hospitalized at one point for COVID-like symptoms. But right now, you can see there, nearly 1,100 people in Washington receiving emergency care for this virus. Washington is moving into a holiday surge of COVID-19 without ever getting over the fall surge of this virus. And health experts' biggest fear is becoming a reality. More people in Washington are dying from COVID-19. Just 3 months ago, the virus killed 5 to 6 people per day in the state. Now 12 Washingtonians are dying each day. The number of COVID-19 patients in Washington's ICU beds has also doubled in just the last 3 weeks.
If we do not reverse this trend, hospitals will need to postpone more of these non-urgent surgeries.
The next few weeks will be critical for the state. Washington is about 2 weeks into its 4-week order of new restrictions. The Spokane Regional Health District says it's too early to know if those restrictions are working. 275 more people tested positive locally today. That slight dip is encouraging to health experts.
That's not a trend, that's just one point in that line. But if we continue to see those points in that line, that will become a trend. And that trend will tell us that the measurements have been effective.
The health district says it may be another 3 weeks until that data starts improving. And that's because of the expected surge to come from Thanksgiving. And then there's the other grim reality of this pandemic with mental health. The Department of Health says nearly 3 million people in Washington are suffering from symptoms of depression or anxiety.
Well, many of those symptoms are related to the social isolation, the changes in lifestyle and employment for some, fears around the unknown about what's happening right now and what's still coming around the corner.
The Department of Health gave us some more good news on those COVID vaccines today. The state is setting up about 20 staging sites across Washington, which have ultra cold storage, which is needed for those certain vaccines. Now, as soon as the FDA approves it, it'll be ready to distribute to specific groups. Aaron, Mia?